Hey everybody, it's review time again. Brand new firework for 2023 here by prestigious Pyrotechnics. This is called Provocative, and it adds to their existing range of barrages that start with the word pro, which include profusion, prolific, and also brand new for 2023, proficiency, and you'll find a link to that video in the corner of your screen now. But this is Provocative. It's 118 shots. There's some weight in here. Let's turn this around and have a look at the label. It's 944.6 grams of net explosive content. It's category F3, and the effects are described. Wow, this is an essay. Here we go. The effects are described as red tail, red wave and white strobe, purple tail, green wave and gold strobe, red tail, silver plum, orange tail, gold crown and crown, red tail, yellow wave and green strobe, green crown to red and silver strobe, green, gold crown to blue and white strobe, Thai chrysanthemum tail to gold crown and white strobe. Wow, so there's a lot in this barrage, lots of colours, strobes, crowns, lots of things going on here. So this is Provocative. It's interesting that it's got this label on. Any firework that has a label saying there's a particular side that needs to face the audience, that indicates that this is a fanned cake. So rather than the shots going straight up, they're going to go out at an angle. And so you need to get this orientated the right way around for your spectators so they can appreciate the full effects in the sky. Interestingly, there's only one fuse on here. On a firework this size, I would have expected to see a reserve fuse as well, but only one fuse on this. And the other interesting thing is if I just turn this over, it's a bit of an odd shape. It's not quite rectangular. You can see on this side, it kind of curves in. There's nothing there. And the same down here. And I thought, first of all, has this been damaged? But no, because further up here, there does actually appear to be tubes right to the edge. But these tubes at the end don't go all the way down to the bottom. So that's quite interesting. I'm curious to take this label off and have a little look at what's going on with that. And that's on both sides at this end, but not on that end. So I say it doesn't look like it's damaged. It looks like this is how it's meant to be. But that's quite interesting. So we'll take a closer look at that. So this is Provocative, 118 shots, brand new from prestigious Pyrotechnics for 2023. So what did I think of Provocative from prestigious Pyrotechnics? I like this one. It lasts around 80 seconds and has an upbeat tempo throughout, culminating in some lovely brocades at the end with a really good hang time. In the rest of the barrage there are mixed effects, including some really lovely deep gold glittering breaks. It contains a mixture of firing patterns as well, including straight firing, V firing, Z firing and fanned. My favourite part though are these little bright white fizzers, is how I can best describe them. They're not quite dragon eggs with a traditional crackle, but with more of an unusual fizzing sound. It's quite different. There's a lovely section with some red and blue tipped deep gold breaks before that faster paced sky filling finale. There's certainly plenty of power and punch from the 1.3G effects across the 20 and 25mm tubes that go to make up Provocative. So let's look at the price. The RRP, or recommended retail price of Provocative, is £139.99. But you'll typically be able to pick this up for around £110 this year. I think that's good value when you consider that it contains close to 1 kilogram of powder. It's got a really good pace, has a great duration, and nice sky-filling finale too. I would have liked to have seen a reserve fuse on Provocative. They're really useful to have. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, well, I actually did a little explainer video on what reserve fuses are, and you'll find a link to that in the corner of the screen now. So the other thing I covered in the intro was the unusual and somewhat squidgy shape at one end of the packaging. And this is actually nothing to worry about, it's just because there's space there due to the angles on the last rows of tubes, which are fanned. Okay, so it would have been nice to have a little bit more rigid support in these two bottom corners, just to reassure users that the product hasn't actually been damaged on the corners. But again, this is a very minor issue. Overall though, for the price, for the pace, for the duration, for the quality of effects, I don't think you can go much wrong with Provocative from prestigious Pyrotechnics. Thanks for watching, and please do check out my channel for more exclusive firework reviews.